Offers fresh start at Spencer Publications. Liam's power couple pitch to Hope? The bold and the beautiful highlight how shocking Steffi Forrester's choice to let Hope Logan go free from Forrester Creations will be. Of course, this is all resulting from a misinterpretation that Carter Walton will probably clear. That whole scene with John Finnegan and the false desk seduction feels like a setup for Carter to ride to the rescue. That does not imply, though, Hope will be able to keep her employment. Steffi can argue she will have to find something else to do than hope for the future, or stick her position on firing Hope anyway. Hope's line is failing and has been for some time. BNB supporters are aware of this, and so Steffi might follow the strategy to eliminate it even after the truth comes out. Not like Steffi's going to approve of Hope and Carter's hush-hush romance either. That might merely make things worse, thus we have to start considering Hope's future professional path from here. Liam Spencer might have some thoughts after he gets updates on this entire affair. What if Liam convinces Bill Spencer, Don Diamont, to bring Hope aboard Spencer Publications? There's obviously something Hope could do at the corporation, so Liam could assume it's his turn to play Rescue Ranger again. Maybe Liam could make a power couple pitch to Hope and persuade her to come take advantage of a fresh start at Spencer Publications. Liam would love nothing more than to reunite with Hope, so he would offer they might collaborate in more ways than one. One could easily picture Liam presenting this business pitch and suggesting that they would be a perfect team. Liam might act like Hope can create lemonade out of lemons if she uses this opportunity to swing her career in a brand new way. Hope has been determined about rejecting Liam's reunion attempts thus far, but may things start to alter between them? There's no doubting that Hope's budding friendship with Carter is already getting complicated for them both. It'd be easy for Hope to get back together with Liam, so that may become a consideration for her as the storyline proceeds along. Liam may make some lofty predictions about their future and believe Hope's firing may actually be good news. At least if she joins him at Spencer Publications. Eric shoots down Carter's proposal and a shell-shocked Hope leaves the building. At Forrester, Steffi declares to her parents that Hope is done. Ridge asks if there could be a misunderstanding. Steffi asks, a misunderstanding? I just walked in on her in lingerie on top of my spouse. She saw it with her own eyes. It's so crazy. Sure fired her, and she's definitely going to need her father's support. Steffi's sick of this. The Logans have attacked their family for years. She can no longer work with Hope, it's either her or me. In the design office, Hope is pacing when Katie steps in and asks if she's alright. Hope answers, not really. Katie wonders what happened. Hope says Steffi fired her. Katie declares this to be stupid. She's convinced this won't stand. Hope's not so sure. Katie thinks that once Ridge hears about this it will all be sorted, everything's going to be okay. Katie finds out Hope was on top of Finn when Steffi walked in and sighs, oh, Hope. Hope protests that it's a total misunderstanding. She hasn't thought about Finn in that way in a long. Katie reflects that Steffi definitely doesn't believe her, but firing her is so severe. It was certainly an accident. Katie pledges she'll do anything she can to aid Hope, who thinks she needs to handle it herself. Katie is convinced Steffi will cool down and realize Finn was in the wrong place at the wrong time. They hug. Katie has a lunch to run to, and tells Hope she loves her as she leaves. More, life in photos. Heather Tom's son Zane. At a cafe, Carter thanks Eric for meeting with him. Eric gathers this is about his ambitions for Forrester Creations. He gave him a lot to think about. Eric thinks it's a daunting dream. Carter insists they're entirely capable of completing his strategy. He only hopes he realizes how committed he is to Forrester. They establish their mutual regard. Eric then tells Carter that his strategy for the company is worrying. Carter recognizes that change can be difficult, but he's positive it's what Forrester needs. Carter tells Eric he has his eye on numerous low-risk companies that might be a nice fit. Eric says none of this feels low-risk to him. Carter chuckles and Eric questions where they'd obtain the money. They'd have to take out loans, wouldn't they? Carter says yes. Eric stands. His company has never been in debt a day in its life. You want to risk all of that. You want to endanger Forrester's whole image and everything we've accomplished, just to make some extra money? He thinks all of this loses sight of what Forrester Creations really is. In the main office, Ridge understands that Steffi is frustrated. Taylor thinks this goes beyond irritation. This is terrible behavior that reminds her of Brooke and has to have consequences. She's saying it's utterly unacceptable when Hope walks in. Steffi tells her they're done with her excuses. Hope insists it's a harmless mistake. She didn't know Finn was going to be there today. She has respect for Steffi and her marriage. Steffi says she spoke to her father and he agreed. You're done, Hope. Gone from Forrester Creations. Hope maintains she wasn't trying to seduce Finn. Steffi responds that she was trying to seduce someone and urges Hope to give her a name. Hope complains that she didn't even know Finn was going to be there today. How did she know she would forget something at home? Taylor says Steffi saw her in her lingerie on top of Finn. Hope admits she's a klutz. Steffi thinks this sounds like garbage, because it is. Shame on you. Shame on you for putting Finn in that position. She's lost her privilege of coming there every day, and they're no longer supporting Hope for the future. You're a fake. You're a fraud. You're just another slut from the valley. She orders her to leave immediately. Hope says this is outrageous. She tells Steffi she can't fire her. Steffi says the heck she can't. Her father is backing her up. Charlie enters, and Steffi tells him to remove Hope from the premises and to confiscate her badge. Hope is no longer allowed to walk foot in Forrester Creations again. Hope pleads, Steffi, you haven't thought this through. She turns to Ridge and tells him this is Steffi's insecurities talking. I didn't do anything. Ridge insists she has to go, it's for the best. Hope pleads. Ridge repeats that she has to go. More B&B fans call out contrived tale. At the cafe, Eric tells Carter that Forrester is a fashion house. He appreciates the hard effort it took to put everything together, but they need to focus on what they do best and not go in over their heads. Just then, Carter gets a text and runs off. More B&B set to repeat an unpleasant plot twist. At Forrester, Charlie says Hope, let's go. Hope can't believe they're actually doing this. Charlie opens the door and they walk out into the corridor, where the models are having a mini birthday celebration. Hope tells the girls she's being escorted out of the building. She fumes that she grew up there. This is part of her legacy too. She and her mother helped establish this business with her. Hope tells Steffi that her view of her means nothing. I am a Logan, and I am proud to be a Logan, and that is something that even your beloved grandmother Stephanie accepted in the end. Or have you forgotten? Ridge tells Hope it's time to go. The models mutter as Charlie escorts Hope to the elevator. Ridge and Steffi watch her get in. Steffi says, goodbye Hope. The doors close. Ridge urges the models to get back to work. Taylor thinks that was hard to watch, but it had to be done. Steffi thinks Hope gave them no choice. She praises her dad for supporting her. More, two twists steer Bridge into perilous waters. Outside, Hope is relieved as Carter pulls up. She cries, Steffi fired me. She ended my line. No one stopped her. They stated I had to leave the building. Can you please simply get me out of here? Carter says he's got her. It's going to be okay, alright? She nods. Suddenly, they're kissing. Carter stares up at the Forrester Creations emblem and fumes. You're not getting away with this. For a glimpse of what's next, check this out. Carter and Hope's big move, head to Jabot for global deal? The Bold and the Beautiful recap. Hope fired, Carter and Deacon Bond, Ridge blindsided going to have his proposal on the luxury business approved. Carter discussed reaching out to Jabot about a fragrance deal. After Carter's pitch is rejected, could he accompany Hope Logan to Genoa City to strike a deal on their own? Keep reading, and let's chat about the possibilities. The Bold and the Beautiful Walton's luxury pitch. B&B spoilers suggest that Carter planned to make a large pitch to the team at Forrester Creations. Right before the luxury pitch, Carter argued for Hope. Carter urged the company to invest their resources and money at HFTF. Carter also brought Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, and Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, to speak with Steffi about resuming the jewelry line. Then, Carter made the massive pitch for the luxury brand idea. Ridge Forrester, Eric Forrester, and Steffi did listen to Carter's pitch. They did consider it seriously, but the answer is no. Unfortunately, Carter might not take it very well. B&B spoilers, Hope Logan's romance. Meanwhile, Carter is also getting romantically entangled with Hope. Carter and Hope requested Brooke Logan to keep it a secret, especially from Ridge. Brooke consented, but now Hope has been busted on top of John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. Hope was dressed in lingerie for Carter, not Finn. Moving forward, Steffi unlocked the door just as Hope was on top of Finn. Even though it's a tremendous misunderstanding, Steffi isn't going to believe that. Hope might even tell Steffi the truth about her lingerie act being for Carter. That could just make things even worse, though. The Bold and the Beautiful recap. Steffi Forrester Finnegan's bombshell. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers warn that Hope is going to surely lose her job. Carter can lose his job as well. If Hope and Carter get dismissed, then it would be simple to envision them making a significant move. When Carter made his luxury pitch, he proposed reaching out to Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, at Jabot, to pursue a fragrance deal. Carter also volunteered to invest his personal money. So, it sounds like Carter is going to make this happen with or without Forrester Creations. B&B spoilers, YNR crossover? If Hope and Carter both get fired, will they take their luxurious idea somewhere else? Perhaps Carter and Hope will decide to establish their own brand. Carter and Hope might even make a significant move to Genoa City. If Carter and Hope head to the Young and the Restless, may Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, and Lauren Fenmore Baldwin, Tracy E. Bregman, get involved, too? Is Carter Walton leaving The Bold and the Beautiful? Lawrence St. Victor has been a staple on The Bold and the Beautiful since Carter Walton started on the soap back in 2013. Carter is now immersed in some enormous turmoil at Forrester Creations, but rumors are running rampant that the character is leaving B&B. Keep reading to find out what's really going on. Why are The Bold and the Beautiful viewers adamant that Carter Walton is leaving the soap? It all started earlier this year when CBS announced they were adding a new daytime drama to the lineup in 2025, called Beyond the Gates. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers is Lawrence St. Victor out of Bold and Beautiful. CBS new soap Beyond the Gates is supposed to portray a rich black family living in a gated enclave. So far, the new series has acquired some really great African Americans actors to join the ensemble. Carter Walton leaving The Bold and the Beautiful. Rumor has it Lawrence St. Victor could be one of those actors, despite the fact that no one has confirmed it yet. Even if Victor does earn a seat on Beyond the Gates, due to his CBS ties, that doesn't mean he can't do both shows. There are a ton of actors and actresses that pull double duty, and are on recurring statuses on more than one soap opera at the same time. The bold and the beautiful rumors are claiming Carter Walton may be hitting the unemployment line soon. Rumor has it Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, has plans to send Carter and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, packing. B&B spoilers, Carter Walton done at Forrester? If Carter does lose his position at Forrester Creations or quit on his own volition, that may imply the writers are ready to write the character off or send him out of town for a while. If his romance with Hope Logan crashes and burns, Carter may depart town to get his head together after another failed relationship. So yet, there's no evidence that will happen though. At Forrester Creations, tensions have reached a boiling point as Steffy confronts her parents, Ridge and Taylor, about Hope. With hardly veiled irritation, Steffy declares that Hope's days at Forrester are over. Ridge, attempting to make sense of the situation, believes it could all be a misunderstanding. But Steffy bursts, horrified at his stupidity. A misunderstanding? I just walked in on her, dressed in lingerie, sprawled on top of my husband. Steffy's voice quivers with a mixture of hurt and betrayal. She's adamant that she can no longer work with Hope, saying with finality, it's either her or me. Her parents exchange apprehensive glances, aware that the Logan-Forrester rivalry has just started a new, hot chapter. Meanwhile, in the design office, Hope paces back and forth, her thoughts a flurry of confusion and frustration. Katie enters, sensing the tension, and quickly asks if Hope is all right. Hope barely manages a nod, her voice heavy with incredulity. Not really. Steffy fired me. Katie, taken aback, scoffs at the foolishness. This is ridiculous. It won't stand, she insists, assuring Hope that Ridge will likely put things right. But Hope's trust in that conclusion wavers. The weight of the misunderstanding hangs on her, and she can't shake the idea that this could truly mark the end of her adventure at Forrester. As Katie pushes deeper, Hope cautiously admits the mortifying detail. Steffy had stepped in as Hope was on top of Finn. Katie's face pales as she considers the ramifications. Oh, Hope, she sighs, wrestling with the enormity of the situation. Hope protests, stating it was merely an accident, a simple instance of bad timing. But Katie realizes that Steffy's reaction is unlikely to be moderated anytime soon. They embrace, with Katie resolving to assist Hope through this, even as she unwillingly leaves for a prior commitment. Elsewhere, Carter has requested a meeting with Eric at a neighboring cafe, his hopes high for an ambitious proposition he feels might change Forrester Creations. Eric, however, is wary. While he acknowledges Carter's passion, he's uncomfortable with the scope and risk of Carter's project. They debate the prospect of acquiring smaller, low-risk enterprises, but Eric remains unconvinced. We've never been in debt a day in our lives, Carter, Eric asserts confidently, his voice carrying the weight of Forrester's past. You want to gamble all of that? The reputation we've built? Carter listens but stands his ground, believing that his vision is the future Forrester needs. Back at the main office, Ridge and Taylor listen as Steffy describes the interaction with Hope, her frustration seething behind each syllable. Hope, visibly shaken, arrives mid-conversation, anxious to explain herself. She says it was all a mistake and that she never wanted to disrespect Steffy's marriage. But Steffy is resolute. I spoke with my father, she announces, voice steely and uncompromising. You're done, Hope. Gone from Forrester Creations. Hope's face contorts with disbelief as she attempts to reason with Steffy, arguing that it's irrational to throw away years of hard work over a single mistake. But Steffy is unrelenting, her voice dripping with disdain. You're a fake, Hope. Just another harlot from the valley. A startled stillness pervades the room. Ridge, generally the voice of reason, quietly nods his approval, unable to bring himself to intercede. Charlie appears, summoned to execute Steffi's choice. As he grabs her badge, Hope screams, "Steffi, please. You haven't thought this through." But her words fall on deaf ears. Ridge quietly repeats that she has to go. Helpless and humiliated, Hope is taken through the building, every step accentuated by the whispers of bystanders. As she approaches a group of models, she reveals sadly that she's being forced out of the company she once called her legacy. "I am a Logan, and I am proud to be a Logan," she asserts fiercely, reminding them that even Stephanie, Steffi's late grandmother, had once come to terms with her lineage. Ridge and Steffi watch, unmoved, as the elevator doors close on her chapter of Forrester. Meanwhile, Eric and Carter's talk at the cafe continues. Eric is certain that Forrester should stay faithful to its roots. As they converse, Carter receives a message, and immediately excuses himself. At the same time, Hope departs the building, her emotions in turmoil. Outside, Carter pulls up, his face a mask of wrath and concern. Hope, barely holding herself together, breaks down as she informs him about Steffi's choice. "Can you just get me out of here?" she pleads. Without hesitation, Carter promises her it will all be all right. They exchange a kiss, the conclusion of the tremendous sentiments between them. Gazing back at the Forrester Creations emblem, Carter's countenance tightens. "You're not getting away with this," he mutters under his breath, setting the stage for the next episode in this complicated drama. As Hope and Carter drive off, it becomes evident that the struggles within Forrester Creations have only just begun. The consequences from Steffi's bold decision